Hawk Tuah Girl. She's your friend, right?
Yeah, hey, my best friend. Sheesh, if you know what I mean.
Comment your favorite memes and might repost them later. The first reply is from Connor. It's fucking insane.
The first angel sounded his trumpet.
And there came hail and fire mixed with blood.
Did Connor find this or did he make this? One, how does he find it? Two, how does he make it, bro? This shit's crazy. Can you say hello?
Hello. Sorry,
What are you laughing
at? Maybe sharing the script was a mistake.
Have you clicked
I've opened the first link.
Bro, I saw this before I joined the call with you and I was crying laughing.
Oh, no.
Can you describe for the audio listeners what's happening here?
I mean, I haven't played it, but you've sent me a link to Chaotic Memes, and it's a guy who has been photoshopped in front of a boat, and it says, when Captain Hook wipes his ass with the wrong hand. And I'm going to click play right now.
And he just goes, ah! That's it. That's the whole meme.
That's not a strong enough open to the podcast.
I just had to explain. The reason I put it there was because I was going to explain why the fuck I was, like, nearly crying before I joined the call with you.
Right, and it was this memes. Yeah.
I've been scrolling through Twitter, trying to find, because there's a bunch of stuff to talk about that's, like, in the world currently, but it's all just fucking so down in the dumps, like, raw, real shit that isn't, like, fun and innocuous that I would like to talk about on a podcast. So I was scrolling through all of that sludge, and then that was like the shining beacon in between political posts and transphobia and all that kind of stuff. There was just, what if Captain Hook wiped his ass with the wrong hand, you know?
Yeah.
We've all been there with our hook hands.
We've all been there, you know what I mean? And I'm glad that you saved it for the podcast.
Yeah, I appreciate that you appreciate it. Not really that strange of a tangent considering what we were talking about.
Sure.
Why hooks? Because you lose a hand. Why is hook the thing that you'd go to?
My understanding for pirates is that there is a lot of like wood. You're laughing, and I'm going to give you a well-reasoned.
I'm laughing at the absurdity of what I've asked. You've done nothing wrong, but
I've
for
thought
pirates,
about this a
of
little
course.
bit. I actually just saw Peter Pan the musical last week, so
you're an expert in this. Okay,
I'm an expert on this. If you are a pirate and you are moving about the deck and maybe like climbing rigging or like leaning over, you would want something that allows you to hook on to a piece of wood. So you can, like,
I see what you did there.
Yeah, and there's really not, like, the real answer is, like, what would you change the hook for?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think, because obviously, like, nowadays, there's no reason for a hook, but pirate times, hooks are plenty. I'm just, maybe...
What about giant spoon?
Giant spoon would be revolutionary. If you're going to go through all that effort, I guess I don't really know how it's attached. How do they do it?
I believe so.
Like
they have
back
a
in the
nub,
day,
right? Because they've been amputated, and so what you would do, you'd have like a leather cup that
just
goes
like
on the nub,
right?
Yeah, and then you would like strap it with buckles. So it's not like a permanent. You take it off, you'd have the nub.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if you're going to go through all that effort, there should be it should be interchangeable. You should have hooks aplenty for like different things. Or I guess not a hook at that point. Like you could have.
I think at a certain point, you want something not sharp. Maybe you would want something soft. Yeah.
I guess maybe they did, and they just couldn't be bothered to take it off because they're piratey doing pirate things.
Right. I mean, you think he uses a telescope a lot. Why not like a little telescope on the end of his nub?
Right. Like I feel like they were viewing it as a disadvantage when really it should be an advantage. The peg leg thing, I think that's fucked. I can't see a solution that isn't peg leg that doesn't impede your ability to do things.
Right. Well, I think losing any body part is probably going to impede a bit.
Yeah, but I think the hook, if we're doing a tier list, hook is OP. Like if you can lose a hand and it not be anywhere near as bad as losing a foot or a leg in pirate times.
Insane. If I lose, I would much rather be peg leg or peg foot if we're doing hand to foot.
No,
because think about it. I can't play a video game. I'm done. It's over.
Okay. How many pirates are playing video games? I'm talking about.
I'm not a pirate. I'm talking about me. Oh, back in the day.
Not currently.
Well, then yes. Back in the day, a hook is better than a peg leg.
Right. Exactly. You've drawn the short straw. If you.
But at a certain point, I think losing one eye is probably better than the other two combined.
Wait, is better? What do you mean?
Like, I think if you had to lose something, I would rather lose one eye than one hand or one foot.
Right. Yeah. You
they
said
already wear an eye
combined,
patch
so I was confused because, I'd prefer to lose an eye than a hand and a leg. But I understand what
you're
saying.
You're right. I'd rather lose 2 eyes.
Yeah. I guess it's just you're being on the seas. You know, you're sailing the 7 seas, and you've got a peg leg. You're going overboard. Like, surely, right? People go overboard with legs, so. I feel like that's
I guess you can make it instead of we're thinking of peg leg as like a really thin piece of wood, but if you don't want to go overboard, what if you just strap your nub to like a cinder block, like a big, and then you're not going overboard.
Oh, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I also don't think they had cinder blocks.
Sure, you're locked an anvil of sorts.
Yeah. The anchor, and then they throw that. You're like,
the actual anchor. Well, maybe hopefully they don't throw it over. That would be the problem.
When you say peg leg, I'm imagining, I've just realized this is what I'm imagining. The like type of leg, which is strange because it's not a peg leg, that Mr. Krabs has when he does his like.
That is a peg leg.
Yeah, but they're his actual legs. They're not like peg legs, right? He's a crab, so he's just got weird stubs in the cartoon. They're like red, like the color of his skin, for sure.
Yeah,
but
they are connected.
It makes a peg leg sound, which again I don't think is a peg leg sound, but that's what I am. When this is so bad. When someone who is a pirate is walking around, I imagine their legs moving like Mr. Krabs' legs do, and they make that sound effect.
Right, but they would only have one, so it would just be like tick tick tick.
True.
Tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, I guess they wouldn't. Apparently, that sound effect is like a real crab sound effect though, which is cool.
No,
I swear, like not the actual one that's used in the thing, but I mean it's based off.
God,
like
I thought you were saying
sound.
they recorded that.
No, that would be insane. But the actual sound of like a certain crab's legs moving is very similar to that sound. It's not just like a random sound that they came up with, or it's a coincidence. But are you googling
Did you know
stuff?
Mr. Krabs walking is in 12/8?
That's into how is there a time signature for it? It's just
maybe not. No, it's 5016. Well, I have a video for you. It's got 1.5 million views.
Oh my god, who's it by?
I transcribed the Mr. Krabs walking sound effect, so I was early on that. He got some wood blocks and he's gonna make it.
That's crazy. It is a great sound. Okay, but did you find what I was saying about it being real? You were googling stuff.
No, that's what I googled, and
okay, interesting. I'm gonna try and find it because I think I'm right. Mr. Krabs sound effect real crab. What did you Google, by the way?
I did Mr. Krabs leg sound effect because I assumed that if it was true, that would be the thing people are talking about.
Yeah. Today I learned the sound of Mr. Krabs walking is the sound of 2 crab leg shells clicking together. Never mind. But it's not a real crab, but technically it is. But they're dead.
Wait, link that. Is there even evidence of that? Because I don't believe that.
I'm about to watch this YouTube show. I'll bring you along with me. Let me share my screen.
Sure.
This is a crazy tangent, by the way. I've actually prepared things for us to talk about, but we need to get to the bottom of this. Okay, pressing play.
Tell me if this sounds familiar to you.
I'm sorry?
That sounds just like it.
Right. Exactly,
but it's not.
dude.
It's not. That's happenstance.
Look at this. Look at this shit. Listen to that. It can't be possible, but it is possible because I just watched it. It's real. Unless that is fake. Let's look at the comments. What are they saying? When you realize the producer of SpongeBob is also a marine biologist, as though like a marine biologist knows the sound of dead hollow crab shells.
Yeah,
they're a pro in that. You're saying Mr. Krabs' walk sound is really just his thick, succulent thighs rubbing together? It does change things a little bit.
Mr. Krabs talk. Now
We can maybe move on now. But
I also think the sound he made is not as close as.
Oh, it's not for sure. It's not actually the sound that's
but
used
it's closer
in the
than I thought it would be.
I remember that was what I saw, but in my head that had changed to a real crab walking sound effect, which is just not the case. So I lied.
Right.
I'm sorry. Spreading misinformation.
Spreading misinformation on the internet?
Yeah, could it be me? I was watching all the time, to be clear. Always watching Wine About It. Love them.
Right. You talk about them every week.
Yeah, I know. But they will constantly just say like, is this not the case? Or they'll like state a thing and be like, that's real, right? And then everyone in the comments will be like, actually, that's not real. So before they talk about anything, they state, we don't know what we're talking about. We have no idea. We are not trying to spread misinformation. This is just what my brain thinks is real. So I'm sorry if I'm not an expert on everything in the world ever. So I think that should be like a tagline for every podcast, because at the end of the day, we're just like people. Human beings.
Try and say that, hey, I'm just a big dumb idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There should be, I-anal, but for everything.
I am not a genius. I nag. I a nag.
I-anal, but for everything is crazy, by the way. I didn't...
Yeah. Yeah, but I knew what you were saying, to be fair.
Thank you. We got to the same place. Oh, Stanz, aren't pirates funny? That's
so funny. Sorry, I had
funny.
A little bit of a stomach accident, had to run to the bathroom, got messy, had to change all my clothes, and now
Me too. Wait,
you
what?
too?
Oh my God.
Wow.
What's on the podcast? That's crazy.
What are the chances? Because I just ran. I didn't even say anything.
Yeah, me too. We're so in sync. No, we had a bit where we talked about Mr. Beast in the last recording that you've just watched the first bit of. Since then, another video came out and it kind of changed our opinions, so it felt weird to have us talk about how
strike it from the record.
Yeah. So
and
also,
I feel comfortable talking about maybe why, for me at least.
Yeah, me too. We will get into that for sure, but. We also, after the podcast, after we finished recording, we were like, hey, maybe this episode was a little bit too heavy and not funny, haha. Yeah. So if we are like inserting ourselves and redoing a bit, hey, let's do a fucking funny haha bit, Yeah,
let's check it out.
So we've got some funny tweets to look at, Stanz.
I love funny tweets.
It's actually involves one of your friends. Hawk Tuah Girl. She's your friend, right?
Oh, yeah. Hey, my best friend. Sheesh, if you know what I mean.
What are you insinuating?
I was insinuating that she Hawk Tuah'd me, but I don't even know her. And it's kind of weird to even say that.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you. I know you've got access to the doc, but I think it's easier if we just look at the same shit.
I like it because then I can look to the side and people are like, ooh, there's technology here.
So, if you haven't seen online, Stanz, I think you've seen some of this, but for like the viewers.
She's a paid shill for X the Everything app, dude.
Yeah,
yes, I've seen it.
I think she's on every single app, like going crazy because she is. I saw a YouTube short of her saying, I'm trying to make the most of my 15 minutes in like a fuck the haters kind of way. I'm still here. It's been longer than 15 minutes. Which fair play to her. She is still doing it. In that YouTube short, she was actually donating a bunch of like dog food to a dog shelter, which is sick.
That's awesome.
What a great way. She was like, using my 15 minutes for good. I'm like, okay, hey, fair play. I appreciate that. But I feel like she's just not very internet savvy.
No, she is not. She's like if Rochelle was trying to parlay minutes of fame. You know what I mean? It's just like you don't necessarily understand what people think are cringe or anything.
Yeah, you just don't get internet culture, which is perfectly fine. There are lots of normal human beings that exist. Yeah, exactly.
Culture,
But then when someone who doesn't tries to, it is like it can be cringy in itself. And lots of mean people on the internet stands will take advantage of that person. One of them being your actual friend, ConnorEatsPants. How dare he?
How dare he be mean to her? She's just trying to feed the dogs, Connor.
She's just asking for her favorite, some favorite memes. She's saying, comment your favorite memes. I might repost them later. Ooh, you get a chance to get reposted.
I don't want to be reposted. I don't even understand how this came to be.
I don't know.
Is this how
who told her to do
content
this?
Aggregators do it? Yeah. Maybe this is actually like a method on Twitter to get more followers, on X, the Everything app, to get more followers or engagement. But like, I don't want to get reposted. I want.
Yeah, well, she got 3.4 million views on this tweet that just says comment your favorite memes.
Sure.
I would imagine a lot of people were sending us some crazy stuff. But the reason I think that is because the first reply is from Connor. It's fucking insane, but in the best way. Do you want to go ahead and read the caption before we break down the image?
And to be clear, this has 10,000 likes already. So this is something that I have to assume she has seen. Right,
she is like for sure. This is the most liked reply. I'm like 99% sure.
All right. The first angel sounded his trumpet, and there came hail and fire mixed with blood, and it was hurled down on the earth. A third of the earth was burned up. A third of the trees were burned up, and all the green grass was burned up. Revelation 8:7.
And then the image that goes with it, that is like the meme, is lots of pictures of the Hawk Tuah Girl. I'm sorry, what's her name? Let's stop calling her Hawk Tuah Girl. Haley.
Her name is Haley.
Lots of pictures of Haley that are just taken wildly out of context. Like in one, she's about to point to the camera and it says Baphomet pose.
Yeah, and there's a picture of Baphomet, and he's like putting his finger up and doing it down.
Yeah, as above, so below.
Phrenology stuff, right, with the male skull.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Is that just like, what's that got to do with her being Satan? Is it supposed to be that
you want my real take here?
Yeah. Is it a trans thing?
The kind of people that would fall for this dog shit conspiracy meme are the same people that hate trans people.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That's it. It's literally as simple as that.
I didn't know. I saw the triangle, so I thought, hey, maybe there's some like Illuminati, like paganism shit. I don't know whether it was like a specific. Obviously, this is all a meme, but like I'm trying to find the origin of it. Did Connor find this, or did he make this? Because one, how does he find it? Two, how does he make it, bro? This shit's crazy.
I do think Connor is very funny, very smart, very savvy, and he could have made this. I think there's no way he made the male skull one, right?
I mean, so this bit, which is like Hawk Tuah, is an old Kabbalistic mantra in Hebrew that is charged like a sigil when people say it, type it, or hear it. This gives the demiurge more influence over you through lust.
And honestly, I can feel my lust coming through my demiurge right now.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah, because it gets powerful when people hear it.
So there's crazy shit, right? This is insane. Connor is fully like memeing on her. And I think knowing that as he's got like a large following and could post a really funny meme, it would probably be the top reply, get the most likes. And that is the case here. Apart from, it could be the top liked because I follow Connor and that I assume it's the top like because you follow Connor. I scrolled down for some of the other memes. This one's so bad. This is like the competition Connor had. When the teacher thinks you're studying, sucks. But really you're eating spaghetti. And then Haley replied with, "This man knows how to meme."
Dude, she tweets just like Elon Musk. It's actually the exact same.
I have to hope it's not her, right, that's doing this. This is all just like someone that's managing her account.
Yeah, but that would mean she hired someone who's cringe, which is possible. It's easy to be cringe. It's hard to be
better
cool.
Than her being cringe, but it's still, Anyway, so this was meme number 1. And then she said, I might just repost my favorite later.
Did you repost Connor's?
She did not repost Connor's.
No.
This was the meme of the day, which is when it gets like to ultra levels of cringe.
Wait, what? This isn't even a meme.
No, that's also a running theme of this, Stanz. You'll get to understand. Can you describe what this is for the audio listener?
Yeah, this is just a picture of her getting out of a Cybertruck with an explosion in the background.
Yeah, except from it's heavily photoshopped and I think AI.
Maybe AI. I mean, that's definitely not her leg. Maybe
this is not a foot. There's no shoe. This is a leg that is morphed into a high heel that is still part of the tights. So I have no idea what's going on in the image and why after creating it with AI, they would then badly Photoshop her head on. Because that's not AI. That's just badly done Photoshop. So crazy that not only someone made this, but then this was the repost that they chose. And this is meme of the day, y'all. And Connor wasn't very happy.
He said, "Did you see my meme?" Smiling, sweating emoji. LOL, it had a lot of likes, but you might have missed it.
And unfortunately, she did not reply or address that his definitely had the most likes.
He almost ratioed her with that.
Close to. It's crazy that she has that much power, but it was a close call. But it doesn't stop there, Stanz, because she went for take 2.
Show me your best memes again?
Yeah, this time she's saying shit.
Okay, X, show me your best memes.
Oh.
Show me your best memes. But like, it's her for real, and she's saying it this time.
So she does. Maybe she is managing her social media.
Yeah, but someone's filming her, so I feel like maybe they would just happen to be like in the same room, or they were at a meeting, and someone filmed her to do this. I don't know. Either way, she's asking for some memes again. And Connor does not disappoint. This makes me think that Connor is making these, because there's a second one that has very, like, all of the things are different, but it's the exact same theming, that she is a spawn of Satan.
Unless he found these somewhere else.
Yeah, with another Bible passage. Stands as the preacher of the podcast. I will let you take it away.
When the 1,000 years are over, Satan will be released from his prison and will go out to deceive the nations in the 4 corners of the earth, Gog and Magog, and to gather them for battle. Don't know what that even means.
Yeah, is that actually in the Bible verse? That's Gog and Magog?
Gog and Magog? It sounds like,
it's like an Elden Ring villain.
Gog and Magog. I got nothing. In number, they are like the sand on the seashore. Revelation 20, 7-8.
And then a bunch of crazy images. One eye symbolism when it's Haley with only one lens in her sunglasses. So sick.
Bro, that's real. That one's real. That's one eye symbolism. That's Baphomet, dude.
Yeah, this is something that we skipped in the last meme. I don't know what this is. This is...
Bro, you don't know about the 111 ordinal?
No. So it says Haley Welch equals 111, and then the Sumerian is 666.
Yeah.
What?
If you take it to the Sumerian number system, it equals 666. The ancient Sumerians, they invented math, dude.
But what's the ordinal? Is that it's just how numbers add up? From the letters in a name?
Here's the deal. I don't even think it does. If I look at the math here, that's 10, 18, that says
60 and 51.
60. I'm just actually seeing if it is 60 or if it's just a lie. You know what I mean?
Connor's just made it up. That would be very funny.
Yeah, it's very possible, right? Because why is W 23?
Yeah, I think it does make sense. I think he would just meme it if it didn't make sense. But he said something similar in the other one.
666.
Hawk Tuah is 93. But I don't know why that's important.
93 conspiracy.
And then there's a picture of Zeus on Saturn, but maybe that's probably not Zeus. But it's a ripped white guy. That's clearly meant to be a god.
Black Hebrew Israelite stuff, now that I think about it.
Yeah, maybe. And then there's more triangles. The shirt the interviewer is wearing says Superstar Department in the Hawk Tuah video. Coincidence? No. This man is an officer in the PSYOP department, putting the truth in your face. They are laughing at you.
Of course, they are laughing at you.
The more I read this, the more I think Connor has definitely put all this together for sure. He's crafting in like his little dungeon these amazing satanic memes. The Freemasonic bee symbolism, and it's just a fucking yellow pillow with bees on it.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, you think bee symbolism needs to be more than a yellow pillow with bees on it?
Yeah, the beehive. Yeah, I'm just how bees equal the Freemasons. It's so sick. So again, Stanz, he hits the top reply. He actually ratios her with this reply this time. He gets 8,700 likes. She only got 7,400. Well, then he's obviously going to
be the meme of the day.
He has to be the meme of the day, right?
Yeah, because he won,
Nope, it's even worse this time, Stanz. It is, a really bad AI image with her face photoshopped on top. Well, why can't they just make an AI of her? Or I just don't understand why they keep on photoshopping her face on the AI things.
What I think is funny is that American flag on the left that has 700 stripes.
Yeah, it's so patriotic. We added more stripes.
Yeah.
So the meme of the day, if you can't see, it's an AI image of her with an eagle behind her, bunch of flags, and the sunlight. It's clearly
Sunrise,
not her and AI, and her face has been photoshopped on the top. Is it actually the same face? It's the same face, the exact same cutout.
Yeah, her eyes looking
as
that
the
way,
previous one. They didn't even try and fake it or whatever. So I'm thinking, no one's posting this. I think this is her meme of the day, and she's just decided that this is her meme of the day, or the person that's running the account.
Put it in that.
Yeah, I don't think
list,
anyone
you know
actually
what I mean?
responded with either of these memes, as she calls them. So insane. And Connor isn't very happy, or he's trying to explain the internet to her, I guess.
Damn, wait, maybe that was a meme because there's some heat here. Oh no, that was a response to the other meme. Sorry, because people are like adding to these memes. At Elon Musk, your Cybertruck is not bulletproof. Don't worry, Haley Welch, you're safe. Slinky is an Olympic shooter.
Is that Slinky from Toy Story?
From Toy Story, yeah. But it's like the guy who was the Turkish shooter from the Olympics.
Yes.
They've kind of like used his thing. So I didn't want to get distracted because I thought maybe, it was the meme of the day and she just took the
people are
gun out.
memeing on the meme of the day.
They're memeing
for sure.
on the meme of the day.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
I am meant to read Connor's response to her choice.
I will say thank you for the supplementary material. I will never see Slinky the dog the same again. This is amazing.
I'm a journalist. I'm always diving through these tweet threads. You know how it goes.
It's crazy that Slinky's bullets are stronger than the Cybertruck, though. That's crazy.
I mean,
right?
he hit the Cybertruck with a hammer and it broke? Didn't he that one time? No, he
the
threw like a little
Cybertruck's
metal
bulletproof, Stanz. I don't know what you're talking about. If there's any
Bro,
footage of
nothing.
it cracking or breaking, that's fake news. We've learned this.
We don't have to do it now, but have you seen that SUV, like the mom SUV that has like the fucking flamethrowers on the side and the electric
I thought you were going to say something else. I also had a thing that was like, we don't have to do it now, but... which is a video of this guy talking about how strong his Cybertruck is, and he walks over the top of it and breaks the windscreen, but tries to not act like he broke the windscreen, and then never shows the windscreen again. And he clearly cracked it. You can hear it, and he tries to hide it and keeps on saying, "Unbreakable. This Cybertruck is the best purchase I've ever had. You can walk all over it." And he's broken his windscreen. It's the funniest thing ever. If you've seen it, you've seen it. You know, I'm not finding that shit.
Damn,
anyway.
I kind of want you to watch this now that I'm looking, because this video is fucking crazy.
Oh, have you found the
found the one I'm talking about.
SUV? Send that shit.
It's not necessarily a flamethrower, but it's like, this is what people think the Cybertruck is. This,
Okay.
I truly believe, has the things. The problem with this is just that it shouldn't exist.
Okay, as in, like, there's no purpose. I mean, there's no purpose in the Cybertruck,
there are
right?
like
But-
3 human beings on the planet that need the amount of safety that this does, and she is just a mom. And just watch it.
Okay, yeah, I'll watch it. It's 1 minute 30, so...
Yes, it's fast.
Okay.
Hey, mamas, let's talk about the mommerful features on the Rezvani Vengeance.
She's wearing a bulletproof vest.
Yeah, sorry, why is she wearing a bulletproof vest?
For safety, that's what I'm saying. She's got to be safety, dude.
But the car... If you're wearing the bulletproof vest, and the whole point is showing off how safe this car is, I feel like it's not very safe if you have to wear a bulletproof vest in the car.
Well, that's for when you go out of the car. There's bulletproof vest and helmet storage in the car.
Sure,
when you do have to go out.
that's my bad.
This vehicle, for even more protection, you have explosive underbody shielding, bulletproof glass, electrified door handles, military grade.
Hey, that's right. Yeah, the fake. She goes,
Showing, in case you don't understand what electric door handles do. Oh, no.
tires, and a ram steel bumper. If anyone's following you, you have blinding lights in the front and the back.
Blinding lights. Oh, I can't see. They're so blinding.
They're not that blinding, but it is the day.
Yeah, but I think if there is a blinding light, it would blind you anytime if you look at it, right? I know this is just a camera, but this is bad. They are not good lights.
We'll have to see it at night, how the Rezvani Vengeance does.
Plus my favorite,
What's her favorite?
pepper spray.
Okay, obviously I'm assuming that she didn't actually... That wasn't the real pepper spray for the demonstration.
She pepper sprayed his ass, bro.
But that's crazy. What pepper spray like out the side? What if you accidentally press any of this shit?
Exactly. This is crazy.
Oh, this is insane. I mean, it's got to be like obviously this car exists and I'm seeing it. This has got to be fake. As in, like, this is just for a bit and this isn't really her car and she's like over exaggerating shit.
So she is a
This can't be
car
real.
reviewer. So she just reviews cars. She doesn't own this car.
Oh, okay.
And I don't believe she has these like fears, but I do believe there are people who like think the world is out to get them that they sell these cars to.
So yeah, people do own this. She just doesn't, because the way she was acting about
she's
it,
just a cool car reviewer lady.
Yeah,
Who's funny.
okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I wouldn't describe her as cool necessarily from this
Why not?
video,
I think
at least.
she's cool.
I don't know. I think,
Dude, when she did the electrified handle thing, I thought that shit was so funny.
yeah, I just negatively associate anyone with, like, in the same vein as Cybertrucks, right? If anyone is associating with this kind of car, I'm like, maybe not for me.
Most of the cars she reviews are
unfair.
just regular cars. It's like a Honda Civic or something.
She might be
you know what
fine
I mean?
then. And she knows that this shit will blow up. And that's why she reviewed it. It kind of,
sure.
maybe I hate her less. And hate is a strong word. I don't hate her. Anyway, we'll move on. Because we got a bit distracted. We're back with the AI meme of the day from Haley, Hawk Tuah Girl.
And I have a response from Connor here.
Yeah, he has to kind of explain how the internet works.
Yeah, Haley, these aren't memes. These are just AI generated images. I had a lot of likes on my meme again today, but you missed it again. Sideways frown. LOL, it's okay though. Do you play Fortnite?
Do you play Fortnite is so sick. I wish this would be collab of the century, right? I wish she'd just reply, dude. This is so sad.
I mean, Fortnite Friday has had some premium guests. And I think Haley Welch is probably the perfect size
I
to where
thought
we'd all
you were
be
going
like,
to say the pinnacle.
well, maybe. But it's like famous on the internet, but not actually that famous where she has that much to do. You know what I mean? Where it's like, fuck it, I'll do a Fortnite Friday.
Well, I went to go to her Twitter to be like, oh, what's she been up to since she posted that? And it's only been like a couple of days. So maybe she might do another meme of the day soon, and there could be a good end for Connor. I'm sure he is cooking up a storm right now, ready for her next meme of the day. Because the first one, like, must have caught him off guard a little bit. He's like, oh my God, this is an opportunity. I've got to make a crazy ass meme. And then the second one, if I'd seen someone do, I'll post my favorite meme or whatever, and then you get the top response being a Satanist Hawk Tuah thing, I would be like, never doing that again. That was a mistake. So the fact that she did a second one is insane. So that makes me think there's got to be a third. I would be prepping everything right now if I was Connor.
Yeah, you definitely want to make something that blows us out of the water. Because at this point, people are waiting for it when they see meme of the day. I have to assume.
Yeah, I know I am. I can't wait to see what Haley or Connor does next in terms of memes. Because maybe Haley actually fully gets it and she's like doing, it's all satirical. You know,
it's like ironic.
Yeah,
I just don't think so.
I don't think so either. But we know she is actually funny though. Like we've discussed that obviously a lot of boomers like the Hawk Tuah meme. But like as a thing that you would just say, it is like a really funny thing to be like Hawk Tuah, spit on that thing in like a middle of a fucking street interview when you're out like having a drink or whatever. I don't think I'd say anything funny enough to be like clipped and shared everywhere. And she's just she's just a girl, you know? She wasn't like a comedian or famous before this. So I think she understands funny stuff. So I just maybe not internet funny stuff. I think we've established.
Yeah, it is very tough.
Yeah.
She's replying to Doge Designer. Yeah, this is not her.
But is she? That's what I'm saying. I'm going to give her benefit of the doubt and say she's just hired a cringer. Unfortunately, she should hire Connor. Holy shit, that would be amazing. I mean,
she would go nuts.
Connor's got better things to do with his time, like his own fucking like streaming and internet career. He shouldn't really be the social media manager of Haley. I guess it would be kind of like Prezzo running like the Wine About It Twitter for a bit.
Oh, you found your way to talk about Wine About It.
I've already talked about Wine About It this episode, but I don't think we've got to that bit in the episode yet. So, hey, we got a double whammy.
Double whammy.
Right, Stanz, do we want to briefly talk about Mr. Beast?
Let's briefly talk about Mr. Beast.
So
I got to close this because I'm just looking at her replying to Doge memes at this point.
We recorded our bit talking about Mr. Beast before DogPack released his second video.
Smoking that dog
which,
pack, you know what I'm saying?
I hate him. Can I say that?
Really?
Is that okay? I don't like the guy. I think he's really annoying, and I
you
think
can say whatever you want because I haven't watched any of it. I don't even know who he is.
okay. He's just super annoying, and especially we talked a little bit about this off the podcast, but the way that he's going about this whole entire thing, like if you've got all this information that's like really pertinent, fucking why are we sitting on it and waiting for a part 3? And it's just, why do we start off talking about illegal lotteries when it doesn't really matter because there's like actual important things that we could be talking about.
Yes.
So that annoys me. I attribute that to him and his problems, and also when he was talking to Ludwig on that one stream, that was cringe as hell. So I don't personally like him, but the stuff he's talking about is like huge, and especially the second video. So it felt like our opinions had kind of changed on the situation since then.
Yeah, from my understanding, the context of the first video was a lot of things like, like the lotteries were, it's illegal to run lotteries and the way he did it. And guess what? In some of the videos, like he picked the winners. He made sure that like these people won, whether they were his friends or because he wanted to make it easier or the best YouTube video. And so my response to recording this lost history is like, hey man, I don't care.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, what are we doing here? There was obviously bigger news in the Mr. Beast world with the Ava scandal drama happening.
Yeah, for sure. And
the so
fact that
the thought that this would
is...
top that is like, what are we doing here?
Exactly. That was kind of our point in the previous thing that we recorded that you haven't seen, which was the Ava Chris Tyson stuff is like huge, and that is enough that people should be talking about. Even the fact that like Mr. Beast was aware of those things. It's crazy calling him Mr. Beast in this context, by the way. Should we call him Jimmy?
Jimmy. Jimmy.
It was like the fact that Jimmy knows about that kind of stuff that was happening. Like there was a commissioned piece of art on the wall in a Mr. Beast video, and there was a lot of like stuff happening in the Discord. There was things that made it seem very, very difficult that Jimmy wouldn't have known about this previously. So that stuff seemed like way bigger of a thing to talk about than the fact that he was breaking the law. Because to me, personally, I'm like, you can break the law. I don't really care as long as it's within my morality. Like the morals are the only thing that I care about. And I was already thinking that he was kind of a little bit like cringe with the way that he manipulates people and his viewers and the way he conducts himself anyway, which is why I don't really watch many of his videos. So the fact that he was also illegal didn't change my opinion on things. This wasn't necessarily, even though it was new stuff, it didn't like affect my opinion. But this second video definitely affected my opinion because it was about like a real person who had gone through things that were directly from what Mr. Beast has done in his videos and the way that he conducts them.
The way he subjected him to, I mean, we'll call it psychological torture.
Yes. There's a part of me, I was a little bit conflicted, and I think that's my YouTube brain rot that's kicking in. As
long as you call that, you understand it, it makes it easier to like have the conversation, right?
Yeah.
You're not saying that like this is totally fine. You're saying, ooh, do I have like preconceived notions here?
Yes, and I want you as someone that doesn't really have YouTube brain rot to like be the other side to this, because I don't necessarily agree with what I think. That's weird.
Right, it's like you think it, but you can't justify it, and so you're just trying to like put it out there and see what happens. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
In my head, if I signed up for a Mr. Beast video that was like, stay inside this place for 30 days and you get 10,000 a day or whatever, I think it was that.
Sure.
See, I think it was, he mentioned 30 days was 300,000. So that adds up, right? 10,000 a day. I would expect to be tortured and be fine being the subject of the torture, knowing that I would just say I'm going to leave when I feel like the torture is too much, and I would be okay with being tortured. That's from a person going into it. I think to be the person that is doing the torture and doing those things, I can see from an outside, like, for example, when I am looking at it from seeing the perspective of the person that has been tortured, that has gone through this, like I can clearly see Mr. Beast is fucking crazy, and the team to subject someone to that, even if it is to win money, is fucked. But when I imagine myself in that situation, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'd do that. You give me 10K a day. I'll
Right.
I'll
You
fail
can't really
run a
know
marathon.
until you're in it, though. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. I'm aware. I was imagining like two different perspectives as I was watching the video, which was like putting myself in the situation and then taking myself out of the situation and viewing it from what this person who has gone through it is saying. And I was like,
right. I mean, it
that's
all comes
awful.
down to. I will say it again. I haven't watched the video, so this conversation, like my knowledge of it is zero.
Wait,
and
I was
my
going to say,
opinion
what do
holds
you
no weight.
know? If you've,
I
how have you found out about stuff if you've not seen the video?
You're not gonna like it.
I might like it. I don't know. Well, tell
You're
me.
not gonna like it.
Oh, it's Reddit.
I've read Reddit
isn't
threads
it?
about it.
Oh,
Yeah, of course
it's
it is.
fucking
Yeah.
Reddit.
So I don't know anything, and so I'm going to saying that like I don't actually know anything.
Yeah.
That's how I learned about this, and so I can understand community sentiment about Jake and like what happened here, but I don't know like, hey, was Jake allowed to leave? Like, could he put a stop to it?
Yeah,
like those kinds
I
of things.
think
So when
that's
people
very
say they
important.
signed on to go on, yeah, it's very important, and because I have zero context, I cannot agree with you, but I also cannot say like, whoa, you're way wrong.
Yeah,
I
no,
just
it
have
was.
to wait.
I think that definitely changes things, and is the kind of the barrier between like me putting myself in that situation, because I am not him, and Jake went like, because he was not only an employee of Mr. Beast, but like he was he was like one of the main people. He describes himself as fourth, essentially. In like the runnings at the time
The
of
hierarchy,
like people that would appear on camera, and he was one of the writers, and he'd had like a bit of bad beef, like bad blood between them on the lead up to this, and this was like his he was viewing it as his moment, and he was told that you can stay there as long as you want, but if you make 30 days then we have a video. So he's guaranteed to get the money if he leaves whenever, but it wouldn't be enough for a video if he doesn't get to 30 days. And being told that, and also then being an employee of the person that's telling you that, is like, hey, you're not really doing your job if you don't torture yourself for 30 days.
Yeah,
So,
that already makes it like
yes,
crazy.
That is very different than just a rando being
I'll tell you, I didn't even know
subjected
he was
to
an
it.
employee, which is crazy.
Yeah,
that means that there's no YouTube content brain rot that says that this is acceptable. Like, this is not just a human who is like outside of the world that signed up for it and could quit. This is like his livelihood. This is hopefully going to be his career. Can he even show up at work if he doesn't make it 30 days? Like, the power dynamic gets so fucking wonky with him.
Completely
working
agree.
at Beast Industries.
The only there was another added aspect of the video that was strange, which you won't get from the Reddit threads. His delivery is like a stand-up comedian when he's talking about this. So he'll be like, I was at the Mr. Beast studio the other day, and then, could you believe it? They asked me to go in this thing. And he's telling this clearly heartfelt story because he starts crying at multiple points in the video. And I feel for him, but God, was it hard to like pass through. Like, it felt not real. Even though I could tell he wasn't like, I don't think he was lying, and I don't think he was like, it was scripted. A lot of people were saying that it felt like he was scripted because of the way he was like delivering a lot of the lines. So it made it difficult to watch from.
It was like set up punchline or something. Like,
yeah,
what?
it was that kind of vibe. And I think that's just kind of the way he deals with his trauma, I guess. Because I think there is only really one way to describe what he's been through, and I think trauma is a very apt word for it. So yeah, I was imagining myself in that position. I was like, oh, I'd do that for money. And then the way he was delivering it made me like, I was kind of on the fence for a bit. And then the more we watched the video and the more I like realized the dynamic is different, I was like, I think I'm cringe. And after talking to you about it, I think I agree that I am cringe.
I can't believe I didn't know he's an employee. That's crazy.
I'm not sure if he was officially an employee at the time that it happened, but he was like, he definitely was an employee.
He was working on videos with them. He was not an outsider. He was theoretically.
He was employed as a writer and was like one of the main people. And then I think he was like being pushed out a little bit by this point, but I don't know if he was officially working with Mr. Beast, but he was at some point. So it doesn't, regardless, right? It's like the dynamic was like close friend via employee, not like outsider friend.
Got it. I'm seeing he worked for the company full time, got let go, and then was invited back to take part in a video.
Yes.
Okay,
but the way he was describing it felt like it wasn't necessarily that it was like there was still some kind of working relationship there when he got asked to come back. It wasn't like
it probably went from
gone for
full-time
ages.
employee to like creative consultant on some of the stuff.
Still in the same
videos.
circles and things. He said a bunch of his like really close friends worked at Mr. Beast, so I think he was around even if he wasn't like contractually working there. Something that came up in the DogPack video that I think is crazy that was I kind of touched on when I was talking about how much I fucking don't like DogPack is he's like, hey, just so Jimmy knows for when he's gonna pester my team about what's gonna be in part 3, I'll tell you that, and I've written it here so that I don't mince any words. There is claims of alleged sexual misconduct in the company and Mr. Beast's direct involvement in covering up those crimes, which is like a fucking huge thing to drop as like, hey, my next video is going to be covering this. And have
so
like,
make sure you click that bell because you're going to want to hit this one.
It's so insane. If you know it and you have enough information to be able to put that out, for me, just don't put the first video out. Like, I appreciate hearing Jake's story, but the first video of like the lotteries and stuff, if there's like fucking sexual misconduct that's been covered up by Mr. Beast, I think that's like, just report on the stuff that you know. I don't know. Maybe I'm cringe with that. I know that you kind of agree with me, so we don't really have two sides to this, and maybe I shouldn't be as annoyed as I am. I think it's crazy. Just don't tease the reveal of sexual misconduct allegations coming up in the next episode.
If your videos are averaging 10 million views each,
it is weird. And he starts off this video with like a parody of Content Cop, which is iDubbbz's series that already puts a bad taste in my mouth, because although Content Cop at the time was like everyone.
Dude, wait, am I on the wrong channel? What is this
it.
fucking Cyrillic shit in the background?
Sorry, I don't know what you're on, so I can't.
Is this?
Have you sent me a thing?
No, I'm sending it right now. I'm just so out of the know. I feel like an asshole. But it's like, is this the DogPack video? 12 minutes?
Yeah, that's the DogPack video.
What the fuck is all this? What's the Russian? The Cyrillic.
What? There isn't Russian.
Go. I have Russian captions on. What the? How did that happen?
That's so funny.
Look at this. This is what I've been seeing, and I'm like, oh, is this like a re-upload or something? Let me send it. Dude, this was freaking me out, man.
I thought you meant in the thumbnail at first, but
everywhere I scrolled, it had stuff like this, and I was like, wait, what?
That's so funny.
Yeah, you gotta put that on screen, maybe for the people.
Yeah, I'll show you.
But imagine you're tabbing through, and everywhere you see, it's like, oh, this one's even better. Important note. This one rules. I'm just like, I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, hey, it's okay. You'll. That's crazy. It's so big on the screen. Is that captioned on YouTube? That's insane.
It says important note. I don't know.
Don't judge me. Thanks for understanding.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So yeah, hey, we're not the biggest DogPack fans here, and Stanz hasn't seen either video, so
I should watch them, to be honest.
Yeah, but I also like, you don't have to, like.
No, but I am curious. Like, I am in the Mr. Beast world tertiarily, like right through Ludwig, who's like done videos with him, and like
I think in watching it, you'd be like, yeah, I don't like this guy. He's really annoying.
DogPack or Mr. Beast?
DogPack. I mean,
maybe,
also
maybe
Mr.
both
Beast,
though.
But yeah,
right. That's the problem. Yeah.
I mean, but we've already come to that conclusion. I think the Mr. Beast one, you haven't seen a DogPack video, so you can't really come to that conclusion until you watch them.
Right.
But I guess in the fact that he is like holding back information till a part 3 is like, when it's this like highly, the allegations are so intense that to hold back the information is kind of crazy. But something he does mention in this video that I wanted to end this on is he says that apparently Mr. Beast has been sitting on a response from part 1. So he's like, it's gone from, is he going to respond, to apparently it's just, when is he going to respond? And he has a response already done. Which I'm
curious how he's going to respond. Like,
yes.
Through what platform?
On what platform? Through what medium? Is it carrier pigeon? We don't know. But yeah,
Dude, I hate
it's going to be crazy.
Photoshop. Like Mr. Beast's thumbnails is like, that's not how he looks. That's not how a human being looks.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I love this conversation is like level 100 mafia boss versus like level 1
Anyone
rookie.
think his thumbnails are cringe? Yeah.
Stanz is like first, he's just discovering Mr. Beast.
It just
and
pisses me
we're on
off.
level 100. Like, dude, this guy is maybe he's doing a lot of crazy stuff allegedly. And you're like, damn, his thumbnails, they're so cringe.
I know, but I guess kids like that.
Yep. Yeah, kids like a lot of stuff that's related to Mr. Beast, which is kind of a lot of the problems.
Yeah.
So, anyway, this did get a little deep.
That's fine.
Deep's the wrong word.
Yeah.
Heavy, I guess. But I think it's all right to talk about some stuff. And we managed to talk about Hawk Tuah, which is good. I have no idea whether it's going to insert into what we've previously talked about in the podcast. But it will insert somewhere. So, I've got a stomach issue. I'm going to run off and change my clothes really quick.
Oh, really? Because I washed my clothes after I shit myself, and now they're clean, so I'm going to go put them back on.
Oh, well,
It's weird.
I didn't wash mine, but I'm putting the same ones back on regardless.
Oh, poopy, gross.
Right, let's stop talking about Mr. Beast, because fuck that guy.
Let's not talk about Mr. Beast. This is Mr. Beast episode. We only have 20 minutes left, 19 minutes left.
Let's talk about something fun and innocuous, Stanz.
I'm looking at your sheet, and I'm seeing British riots, Donald Trump. So it doesn't seem like anything fun on this list.
Let's talk about the British riots, Stanz, because there's lots of British riots that are going on, and they're either racists or anti-racists. And the anti-racists are only rioting because the racists are, which is great.
Right.
So I got here TLDR racist weirdos. There is a reason that these racist riots are happening, but we don't need to get into it because there isn't really a reason. It was just misinformation spread that essentially this is get deep for like 5 seconds, but if you want it, so skip forward.
It's funny because I'm seeing the guy get hit in the head and then the balls, and I've watched it 3 times while you're being serious. I'm like,
why have you don't click on the things already, Stanz? We gotta get.
I just haven't open, so I was ready when you talked about them. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you just had them open, but you watched the whole video.
Because I was like, well, who's gonna get hit in the balls and who's gonna get hit in the head?
Okay, well, hey, this is not the tone, so I'm not going to talk. Basically, it's just a bunch of racist people doing things. Sure. If you want to know, look into it. But we're talking about it because there is a funny video of a guy getting hit in the face and then the balls, and I wanted to show Stanz because it's very funny.
I hope this guy's a racist.
I was talking to someone, and I was like, isn't it funny that this guy like ran forward and got hit by his own people accidentally? And one of my friends was like, nah, that's got to be on purpose, which I don't think so. What's your take on that? That's not on purpose, right? They're not throwing at their own kind, are they?
Bro, the head one is definitely accidental. The balls one might be real, because it's like, how do you miss that bad?
That's what I thought it was funny because how do you miss that bad?
Away, maybe it's like from the back of the crowd.
Yeah, the first one in the head is bad. He's holding his hand like he's... the double whammy is so funny. Holding his head like he's bleeding. He's like, oh my God. And then someone throws something at his nuts is crazy.
It is surely something.
Do be your own kind sometimes, you know? Do be your own racist brothers and sisters that throw the first stone. But don't worry, Stanz, because Bosch Man is here to save the day. Have you already seen this?
No, I have not. I have not clicked play. Should I click play? I'll watch it.
You watch my
I'm watching your stream.
So do you want to give context on who Bosch Man is, Stanz, before we watch this?
He's a guy who got famous on TikTok for doing like mukbang, like eating streams, eating a lot of stuff, ordering a lot of stuff, hanging out with people.
What's weird is the for the most part, it's not the eating. I don't think I've ever seen him actually eat the food. It is just him ordering the Chinese. Gotta get Chinese in here for the boys, Bosch.
Yeah, back from vacation, gotta do it. And then he says Bosch, and he got so famous that people were like hiring him to come do his thing, like basically cameos. Bosch, hey, oh shit, the guy's here. And so I am worried that maybe he's a racist now.
I was too, because we've a previous bald British man that we've talked about on Stanz's YouTube channel has then gone down like the alt-right pipeline on his YouTube channel, Blue Van Man, rest in peace. That guy's fucking insane. I left a comment like, keep these videos up. I can't stop laughing at them. And he was like, not sure how to take that. As he replied, which is so funny because I did mean it as in I'm laughing at him. And he was like kind of realizing but couldn't tell. So let's see if Bosch is following in his footsteps or if he's the GOAT for real, for real.
Yeah. Okay, let's watch it.
Thinking of going out writing? I've got a better idea. Stay in and get a big fuck off Chinese.
Bosch, we love him, dude. He's anti-riots. He's like, don't go out and riot, get fucking Chinese.
Yeah, maybe some riots are good though. Wait, I can't tell. Is he telling
No, for
racists?
sure. It's currently in the UK, there is like a wave of like talks on all social medias of like the riots are being started by the racist, horrible people, and there's only anti-riots if those riots are happening. So it's definitely a positive thing. Big man Bosch is on our side, the good side, the non-racist side, which is crazy. You'd be on the racist side, but yeah.
Yeah, I am happy to hear that. I have breaking news on Blue Van Man to send you.
Oh no, what do you mean breaking news?
Bro, this video, good thumbo.
It is very funny, but you clearly haven't been in politics chat enough, Stanz, because
I have it muted.
This video has spawned an emote or like an image, I guess, that people have just been reposting.
Is it this image?
Yeah, but as a big like PNG that is cut out, it's just his face every time that I talk about Blue Van Man in politics chat.
Interesting.
I'll see if I can go back and try and find screenshots, but I can't do that now because it would be scrolling forever because there's so many people talking about all the stuff that's happening recently because there's so much politics drama that's like there's some funny memes that surround all the politics stuff, but it's just so draining to be like alive currently and taking it all in. Okay, let's end with we should have done way more funny innocuous things because we've missed out on a full funny innocuous thing that we can do
serious.
next time. Very serious episode. Let us know if this has been, I don't know, interesting or fun, or if you hated it and want us to talk about more funny things. Because my intention was funny, haha, and then we talked about Mr. Beast for like ages, but which wasn't as funny, haha. I want to talk about this post that I saw that I thought was very funny. It's, I'm 99% sure, not a real post or is like not meant to be taken seriously. It is like a satirical thing, but I mean, or like, I don't know how much of it is real, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, there's a LinkedIn post from a guy called Ken Cheng. And his bio little thing. I don't use LinkedIn. Is this LinkedIn, Stanz? Does it look like?
That is LinkedIn with the hashtag open to work, and this is satirical.
Yes, I want to connect with you emotionally. I don't understand LinkedIn, I guess, so I don't know what benefit a satirical thing has on there. Because in my head, it's just like work stuff, right?
Yeah, it is work stuff, but it is also turned into like Facebook. You know all those optimization podcasts that are around nowadays? It's like just grind set and like work hard. And I started 3 companies and here's how I did it. Right. LinkedIn is like very hustle culture, post these like fake stories things. And Ken, in looking through his Twitter, looks to be a master of understanding the satire, so much so that people will think it is real. Because there's a couple of funny LinkedIn posts that he has on his Twitter.
I have just realized that the Twitter account that posted this is him.
The comedian.
So
it's him. Yeah.
I thought that the comedy account was taking the piss out of this post, not realizing that he is.
Yeah, no, he made the post.
The person in the post. I saw it for like 2 seconds whilst scrolling through Twitter before the podcast, and I thought it was so funny. You want to go ahead and give it a read? The actual thing.
Yeah, I can read it. I once saved a mother with an unborn child from a burning building. She was so grateful for my help that she agreed to name her child after me. I said, name her Novatus, which was the name of my first company, and she did. 21 years later, the daughter became a very successful travel influencer with a large following and got in contact to thank me for saving her life. I sued her for copyright infringement. So you see, I had trademarked the name Novatus way back when, before her birth, and she had been using it for her branding.
Checkmate,
legally, I was
liberals.
entitled to a lot of her revenue because her mother was silly enough to fall for this trick. You enter the game as soon as you're born, and you can't miss a day playing it.
It's so funny. So to be clear,
it's funny because it's only 10% too far. Like people post shit like it's on
Yeah.
LinkedIn all the time and pretend like it's real. Yeah.
I didn't think. I realized because I prefaced this with saying like I'm not sure if it's satirical. I mean like
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the person that originally posted it was posting it as a joke. Obviously, it would not be real, right? Whether they're trying to like, I couldn't tell if they were doing like a bro post and they were just making up a story that they were posting. And because there's like, we're living in the age of like Facebook AI where people will post a very clearly fake photo. There's like one like for a prayer and it's Jesus AI holding it up,
It's
and
my
people like
birthday
it
and it says
and interact with
150.
it and don't notice that it's wrong. So I thought maybe this was one of those and not a full on.
Yeah, they're just
comedy
scrolling and
thing.
saw like a story and clicked like or something like that.
Yeah, I thought someone was lying and like making up a stupid story, not that it was actually from the basis of comedy, which is also very sick. And it is nice. You see this kind of stuff all the time. Crazy that this exists.
This one is so funny. We don't have to read it on the pod, but just for you, Jay. He's got a couple of them, and this one is so fucking funny.
Be like water. I'll read this. Sorry, I'm reading
too
Be
long.
Like
It's too
Water.
long.
And then going into liquidation can feel bad, but it can be an amazing opportunity. That's so funny.
Yeah,
The
he's a funny
concept-
guy. He's a comedian. He's got tour tickets on sale right now. Ken Chang Comedy.
Yeah, the concept of going into liquidity being like a water is very funny. It made me think, though, of kind of our video idea that we still haven't done, that I still think you could do, and it would be fucking banger.
Which one?
Is go to, because you obviously there's a company that exists with your name that they didn't sell you the rights to the name previously, but
True.
you can. We had an idea of the Stanz food company that already exists that is obviously taken your name. Although I assume the
They are
guy
also
who
named
owns it is
Stanz.
also
Yeah,
named Stanz.
yeah.
So it's not stealing, but who came first? Were you born before the company? Because maybe you have rights there.
No chance. They were made in 1923.
So that doesn't answer my question.
So you're asking if I was born before 1923?
I'm just checking. I mean, we don't have the results. Like you just because you shaved doesn't mean
right.
that you are a baby, Stans. I'm just.
Oh, people are realizing now that I'm an old vampire. I have to move cities. They have a little questionnaire on their website. Did you know the Academy Awards started the same year that Stanz was founded?
Wow. Which Stans? You or
Stan's grocery store, man.
Yeah, no, I know. So our idea, my idea that I was desperately trying to convince you to do, is go with like 10K in a briefcase, travel across the country to Stan's Incorporated, like their HQ, and give them the briefcase and be like, give me at Stanz and Stanz.com right now. Here's the cash. And see what they do. That'd be sick. I think they do it.
Maybe.
With
who
cash? Cash, bro. Cash is different than just like...
their About Us is three things. The Stanz story, Stanz 100 for their 100-year anniversary, and the third category, mustard. They make their own mustard. I think that's their only product. The rest is grocery store, yeah.
I think if you offer them 10K and then we're like, also, we could like work together in the future and do like brand deals and stuff. And it would be cool because I'm called Stans. I think like you get all the ats and do a couple brand deals.
I want to go there and just meet them because maybe they're my fucking family, dude. It's crazy that these people are named Stans. I've never
met
there
and they've all got like curly hair and mustaches, and you're like, holy shit, what the hell?
Sick. Yeah.
Do you also have bad eyesight? No way. Me too.
Yeah, it is surely something.
So are you saying that's not on the cards currently?
I don't think
10K
it's on
thing?
the cards currently.
Shame
I'm
on
looking
you.
up Stan's grocery store right now on LinkedIn
Why?
to see who, like, if there's another Stan's who works there.
Oh, it's in like an actual
Like I'm trying to
person called
figure
Stans.
out. Yeah. I wonder if I just look up Stan's and have people because it's probably
Maybe
me.
there's no current stances working at the company, and you can usurp the company from underneath them as the rightful Stans heir.
Right. There's a Sybil Stan's. There's a Denny Stan's.
Oh, there are.
No, these are not. They don't work there.
Oh, Sorry.
Julianne
I
Stanz. I
was
just kinda wanna
confused what
meet
you're
these
looking
people.
at then. I thought you were on the Stanz
honestly,
company.
There's also Stanz IT Solutions and Stanz Elevators, which is crazy.
That is.
All right. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
That
Stanz
is
Food
crazy.
Service people. Who's the CEO here? It's not this guy.
This is great podcast content, I will say.
I mean, I'm just doing my research, man.
Yeah, but the whole this
I'm just
first of
doing
all,
my research.
what is the research for? What are you doing currently? What are you gaining from this research?
Like,
and also,
who is Sybil Stanz? You know what I mean? She went to Portland Community College. What about Denny Stanz?
why does anyone care? What's happening?
This guy's helping sellers carry note holders, get cash / advising potential note holders how to structure their notes. I don't even know what that means.
I don't understand why you care because I'm struggling to see the
Dude,
point
what
of
if one of them looks
this.
just like me and it says like searching for my long lost family
on LinkedIn?
on LinkedIn?
Why don't you do that? You should, like, if you, for there to be a searching for my long lost family, wouldn't
Yeah.
you also be searching for your long lost family? But you're not.
No, because mine is not lost. They would be the lost side. My side is the found side.
How is there a found side? What do you mean? They've got a whole company named after the named after them.
No.
It's named after
We're past the
Stanz.
company. I'm just on people named Stans now.
But
Like
you
Julianne
don't.
lives in Green Bay and is actually, I believe, a Catholic bishop.
I guess this makes more sense because Stanz is like not a super common last name, right?
Yeah, I've never met someone with the last
I'm just
name.
imagining doing it with my last name and then being like, yeah, there's like 7 businesses in my like hometown that are this last name because it's a very common last name. But even if it's not a very common last name, I feel like there's tons of businesses with loads of stuff. Like there's a Stanz like fisherman YouTube channel. There's a
it's like,
bunch
where
of
do they come
Stanzes. It
from?
doesn't mean they're related to you. It's crazy.
There's not a bunch. There's like 2. That's what I'm saying. There's like 2.
You've just named like 4 different companies, and there's 2 prominent like websites that exist and a YouTuber, which is you.
There's 2 companies. No, there's only one. There's one company, one YouTube channel, and then a couple people. That's it.
You
There's only, like,
said
7
there
of
was
us.
elevators, and then there was
you're right. I think
internet
that's-
stuff.
So here's the deal. A lot of them will put a Z to be like cool with Stans. Like their name is Stan. And you look and it's like, oh, Stan's Elevators. The guy's name is Stan, Stan.
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
now I get it. You know what I mean?
How dare they?
I need the Z to mean something.
See those companies. You can sue them for the company, right?
For sure.
Because they stole
no,
your
that
name.
actually does track. Yeah, they
Because
stole.
it's not their name. They're stealing with a Z.
And I'm known for
They're
my elevator sales.
stealing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end this podcast with a phrase, one that I just learned.
Hey, it's crazy you didn't end this before doing research
from
into all of the
Stan's
stanzas.
Elevators. You're on the way up.
I was just about to say, if it mentions going up, I'm going to end the podcast here, and it did. So bye.
Even crazier, I made that up. Goodbye.